Hey guys, it's Conela. Now if you haven't already seen my first video for Tera, please feel free to watch it after. I have already made my character, as some of you may know, but I wanted to share with you all what kind of races and classes you could be in Tera. Now there are no advantages in the game for being a certain race. It all boils down to your taste and how you want to look. Maybe even the history of the race helps you to make a decision. Classes, on the other hand, obviously have their own advantages. It may be their speed or agile abilities, their ability to take damage from enemies, or how many enemies they can damage. Or it's if they can support their team with healing capabilities. Personally, I have always felt a connection with being the support and main healer on my team. Anyways, let's hop into the different races and classes you can be in Tera. The Castanics suffered great oppression and prejudice for allying themselves with the demon god Loke. As a result, they've lost their trust of outsiders and decided to do things by themselves instead. Most Castanics follow no gods, although some have decided to follow Kaya. The humans in Amani helped them get into the Valkyrian Federation, but only after they were free from the demon's grasp. The humans of Velica, known for their indomitable spirit, the humans strive for peace and civilization in Arborea. In order to achieve this, they founded the Valkyrian Federation. The Amanis are known for their constant war and extreme strength. They were once slaves, serving as conquerors for their masters. They set themselves free and learned to temper their lust for war, and desire peace instead. Today, they are an honorable and noble race. The High Elves, noble yet cunning, are known for their arrogance and great knowledge. Elves, the ancestors of current High Elves, were quite different from today's High Elves. They were hostile and expanding through conquest. They were the pinnacle of civilization before the Divine War. However, after the war, their source of power, the Flower of Life, was destroyed, causing massive destruction and many deaths. Papori are magical animal kin that make up their kingdom. They exist in harmony with nature and are guardians of their woodland realm, Paporia. They live at peace with the Ellen. Ellens, known for their feminine appearance. Ellens feature unique tails and ears and an almost childlike demeanor, even though they may be thousands of years old. The Ellens are not to be underestimated, as their knowledge greatly surpasses that of the average human. They united with the Paporis in order to stop and restore peace with anything harmful to nature. It's said Ellen were created from divine essence of Elinu herself, and are more spirit than flesh. It's unknown if Ellen can truly die, or do they simply return to the dream. The Baraka are descendants of giants, known for their extreme strength and size. They are also a race of intellectuals, who have scholarly pursuits and libraries set across the world. The Berserker is a heavily armed melee class with the role of offensive damage dealer. The class weapon, a large axe, allows the Berserker to create devastatingly powerful but uncontrollable blows. Berserker is unique DPS class that can block incoming damage instead of using dodges. The Mystic is a cloth-armored class which uses a scepter for long-range supportive healing capabilities, various passive party buffs, and for cursing, confusing, sleeping, and slowing enemies. Controlling the powers of Arun and Shara, their main focus is to heal their allies and to hinder their enemies, whilst keeping a distance from the battlefield. They also have the ability to drain mana from their enemies, granting it to their allies and summoning powerful minions called Thralls to support them at need. The Reaper is a leather-wearing class that uses dual-chain scythes to dispatch their foes. The Reaper is a mobile class that utilizes its chain scythes not only to damage but also absorb health and whip across the battlefield. Reaper attacks utilize simple combos, but it also has a very complex system of buffs that you have to remember to use. Reapers begin at level 50, but you may only create a Reaper if you have another class that is already level 40 on your server. Once you do, you'll begin in their starting zone in the midst of destruction of Pora Elenu. The Lancer is a heavily armed class which uses a lance for melee defensive capabilities. Since they have a large shield alongside the lance, most attacks can be blocked, after which the Lancer can retaliate with their shield. Lancers specialize in buffing allies with various shouts, and can even protect them from damage. If enemies happen to be out of reach, Lancers can throw a magical hook and chain that drags an enemy or even a group of enemies to their range. The Slayer is a lightly armored class which uses a giant greatsword for melee offensive damage dealing. As DPS class, Slayer is meant to flank their enemies and attack from behind or the sides where they will hopefully not be hit. Many Slayer attack skills resist damage, staggers, and knockdowns while used, which makes the class much tankier than the armor type would tell. Slayer attacks are rather slow and deal massive damage. Class uses simple combos which makes it quite easy to learn. The Brawler is a heavily armed class that specializes in tanking using power fists. Brawlers build up their rage whenever they use their skills. Once their rage is enough, they can block frontal damage while attacking and even counterattack, dealing damage back to the enemy. Brawlers are able to push together groups of enemies and cause massive damage to all of them. The Gunner is a heavily armed ranged DPS class which unleashes powerful attacks using an R cannon. They can also summon constructs which can damage opponents and heal the player at the same time. Gunners are known for the single most powerful attack in the game, the Baldur's Vengeance. The Warrior is a lightly armored class which uses a pair of twin swords with melee offensive damage dealing capabilities. Warrior has superior agility and speed and best means to dodge incoming damage of all classes. Warrior attack skills depend heavily on combos, with random skill resets and on-combo point systems to use finishing skill for a high damage hit. Warrior attack speed is very high and the skills execute fast. This leads to more actions per minute than most classes, which means you have to smash buttons faster. The Sorcerer is a cloth-armored class which specializes in a disc with ranged offensive damage dealing capabilities. Although they do have a wide variety of single-target spells, many of their skills are AEO or splash damage. They have in their arsenal many types of skills from AEOs to slow-moving fireballs to the ability to freeze a group of enemies, charge skills, traps, lock-in skills, or skills to hit all targets within a 15-meter line. Although wearing cloth armor, sorcerers are not that squishy, may be in par with archer, but definitely tankier than healers in cloth armor. They also have superior dodges and ways to negate or absorb incoming damage. The Ninja is a cloth-armored melee DPS class that uses a shuriken to deal damage. Ninjas are a very mobile class focused on evading enemy attacks and chaining skills into combos, which can make them difficult to master. They generate chi energy, which they use to trigger powerful abilities. The Valkyrie is a close combat specialist with a dual focus of crowd control and burst damage. Valkyrie uses an intricately carved rune glaive to attack enemies, brand rune marks onto them, and explode the marks for massive damage. Being another lightly armored fighter, the Valkyrie relies on being mobile and evading enemy attacks while she deals out high damage to her enemies. The Archer is a lightly armored class which specializes in a bow capable of long-range damage dealing. Their bow allows them to shoot devastating blows towards the enemy from a safe distance. The Archer is quite agile, being able to dodge and move quickly across the battlefield. The Priest is a cloth armor class which specializes in a staff with long-range supportive healing capabilities. Priests have various blessings and buffs to give, which enhance their allies' powers and protective shields, which can negate the damage before it happens. The Priest is considered the most powerful healing class alongside the Mystic. Alright guys, now that we're done looking at races and classes, I'm going to go ahead and show you the characteristics you can have as an Ellen. So they have lots of different ones that you can choose from, hairstyle wise and animal type you can be. This I believe is probably a raccoon. More of a tan look though, and not the black and gray that obviously is what it is. We got the bunny, cat. And there's no advantages to, choosing what animal you like. That's just purely on taste. I call this the poodle. I don't know if it really is a poodle, but honestly, I just really like the hairstyle with this one. This is the chipmunk. Another bunny with a different hairstyle. I believe you can change the way your face looks without changing your hairstyle and your animal type. I think this is another type of cat. Not exactly sure what this one is, but I call it a fox. I mean, the ears are a little not fox-like, but the tail, yeah, I'd say closest thing is maybe a fox. Another poodle. All this one did was change the face and the hair color, obviously. Hair color can change to anything you want, really. Same thing with this one, just a different face and hair color. And I think hairstyle too. Here's another fox. They got several different kinds of foxes you can choose from. Another chipmunk. I believe this is the doe, or little deerling. Yeah, they got a lot of rabbits. Or bunnies, but whatever you want to call them. Another cat. Different kind of fox. Another doeling. Yeah. I'm sure you guys get the idea. That's all the ones they have for Ellen. I'm gonna pop on. This is what I chose. Again, I mostly chose this one just because of the face instead of this one over here. Either way, I could still change the face. But let's go down to futures. This is where you can change your hairstyle. I chose white, but obviously they have like red, but it has like a yellow tintish to it. The green that we saw, I guess like a purple, like an ash purple. Pink, like a periwinkle. Yeah. You got black, gray, a green. Anyway, I think they had brown too. That's a lighter brown, but they got like a dark brown and then like a jet black. But yeah, I like the white one, so that's what I went with. The face, this is where you can change the look of your face. As you can see. So just like if you like a certain hairstyle with the ears, you can come on here and change the face if you don't like the way the face looks. So This is the face that I went with. And this is also where you can change your skin color. I went pretty lighter, but you can be weird. You can have like a dark pink skin, or if you're tanned. Yeah. But that's the one I went with. So, and then adornments. This is where you can just change your eyes and your makeup. So, this is the one I went with. I liked how it contrasts with the rest of her white appearance. You got fine details. You can change the bone structure, the eyes, nose, and mouth. So it's all about, you know, do you want your nose to be bigger or smaller, your eyes to be up a little more, you know, kind of like that. I didn't mess with that. I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. But this is where you can preview different outfits your character can get in the game. Now sometimes you can get them through completing quest, and other times you can get them through just buying it, like, you know, with real money. But this is one of the things I love about the priest and the Ellen. Their outfits are really pretty. I like them a lot. So I mean, like, I really love this purple one, but everyone's gonna start off in their first gear like this. And then you can choose your voice. As you can see, I chose number 4. Then you can go ahead and put in your character name. I already created my character, so it would have been Conela, but I just wanted to show you guys everything you could do with Tera. I mean, I feel like the variety they have for creating characters is pretty amazing. So, but yeah. There we go, guys. I mean, like you saw, my character's right here. This is my character. I already played the game, so she's level 11 right now. Sitting in Velica. My playtime was an hour, so. Okay, guys. I will see you on the next video. Bye.